So today I'm going to talk about this whole issue with Felix and this whole anti-Semite thing. And before I say anything, this is not because I'm jumping on the bandwagon and trying to copy everybody else. And to be honest, I'm not going to completely 100% support Felix in this video. And I'm not going to really support the media either, because the media is pretty messed up with what they're doing right now. In case you guys don't know what happened, a few weeks ago, Felix made this video talking about Fiverr. They're like a website. And he said that he basically paid them $5 to hold up a sign that said "Death to all Jews." Now, that joke in itself was probably not the best idea at all. Like, to me, I think that joke is kind of borderline, not really, it's a joke. I mean, I know he's not serious, and that Felix isn't a bad person, that he would never actually mean anything like that at all. But at the same time, it wasn't really a good, appropriate joke for him to be making, and I understand why people got so upset, and a lot of people got upset. People all over the internet got upset. YouTube, they canceled Scare Pewdiepie. Disney, who was working with him to make these videos, they canceled their thing with him, and it was just a huge internet storm with drama on both sides, just going back and forth, and it's been ridiculous. So, here's where my thing comes in. Do I think he did the right thing? No, I don't think Felix did the right thing by making that joke. But do I think he's an anti-Semite and a Nazi? No, of course not. I've watched Felix long enough to know that he's not a bad person. I watched Felix to know that he's done amazing things for charity. He made a mistake. He made a joke that went too far, and it hurt a lot of people, and he has apologized for it. He's owned up to it, and he's admitted that he made a mistake. And he's gonna learn and grow from it, and that's wonderful. That's awesome to hear. But the problem is, the media have turned this entire thing into this giant shitstorm. They've accused him of being an anti-Semite. They've accused him of being a Nazi. They've written all these ridiculous articles on it. Even J.K. Rowling on Twitter saw an article, and she immediately started shitting on Felix. Which is kind of like, I'm like, wow, J.K. Rowling is into this? What the hell? How did she get into this? And I respect J.K. Rowling, and I tweeted her earlier and let her know that she probably should look at the whole thing before she just starts jumping to conclusions, which I encourage any of you who agree with the media and think that Felix is an anti-Semite Nazi to go watch some of his videos. Again, I'm not dismissing what Felix said in the joke as, like, you know, it doesn't matter, it's just a joke. Because it did matter, it hurt people. Even if it was a joke, it was still offensive to people, and some people didn't like it what he said. And again, he admitted this in his video. He said it in his video that he made a mistake, and that he wouldn't make one like that again, and it was wrong for him to do that. Which is wonderful. He has owned up to it. The problem is the media won't stop. They keep writing article after article, and people are still accusing him of being all these terrible things. And then another thing that really bugged me today was that a bunch of YouTubers have posted about this. And I'm not making this video because of them, and I'm not making this video because I want to jump on the bandwagon again. But a bunch of YouTubers made videos on this, and then Jack made a video on this today. I'm sure you guys know I love Jack, such a guy. He made a video on this today as well, and he did a really good job in that video. He looked at both sides. He didn't just look at Felix and just blindly support him because he's his friend. He said, hey, this wasn't right for him to do, and that he deserved a few of the consequences he got. He didn't deserve Scare Pewdiepie, in my opinion. He might have deserved Disney, but I don't think he deserved Scare Pewdiepie. I don't think anybody deserves Scare Pewdiepie being canceled, because people really worked really hard on that show. Like, they worked super duper hard on that show. So to say that he deserved Scare Pewdiepie getting canceled is just ridiculous, because I don't think he did. And it wasn't just his show, it was everybody's show that people contributed on, and it was like a really big blow to everybody who participated in it, because they worked really hard on it. But anyway, going back to Jack's video, he talked about this and how he thinks that what Felix did wasn't exactly warranted, but he also pointed out that Felix is a wonderful person, and that he made a mistake, an honest-to-God mistake. And that he isn't what people say he is, and that he is a really sweet person and a really good person. Which was really sweet of Jack to do. And then I went through the comments after he posted the video, and I posted one too, and I was going through the comments, and I was so shocked to see all the hate to Jack in the comments, calling him a backstabber, telling him that he's stupid, and that, you know, he's not supporting Felix like he should be because he's his best friend and they should support each other 100%, and that's not true. I don't know about you guys, but I would rather have a friend who calls me out for my bullshit and tells me what I'm doing wrong than a friend who just completely blindly supports me in every single thing I do, because that's just fake. That's not real. What Jack did today was real. He gave Felix, like, a little, like, hey, that wasn't great. But at the same time, he also stood up for him and said he isn't who people keep saying he is. He's still a good person who just made a mistake. And, again, I don't think he deserved to get Scared Pewdiepie canceled, but I certainly don't disagree that Disney, cut him. And if you're irresponsible at your job and you say rotten things to your job and do stupid things, you're probably gonna get fired. Like, I'm sorry. But at the same time, again, I don't support YouTube's kicking down Scared Pewdiepie, because a lot of people worked on that, and it wasn't something that was just for Felix. It was for everybody who worked on it, and to me that was kind of really shitty for them to do, just kind of like drop the whole thing without notice, which really sucked. But at the same time, again, I don't not support Felix. I watched Felix since 2012. He has been the first channel I ever subscribed to. He was the first channel I ever actually consistently watched for a while. And he's changed a lot in the 4 years that I've watched him. For the better, I'd say, because I found out more recently that the person he was back in 2012 when I started watching him wasn't really who he really was, and he was pretending to be that person for the sake of the camera. And now that he's a real person, he's being himself, that's definitely better. Now, as far as, like I said, his jokes are going, they are a bit borderline and a bit, kind of rough. They're not exactly what, jokes should be. And most people might think they're fine and they're just funny, and then some people are pretty offended. So I don't support him making the jokes like he did. I don't support racism in any shape or form, which is why I don't support Donald Trump, but I also don't support Hillary Clinton either. So I'm not really a liberal or a Democrat, but or liberal or a conservative. That's a whole different discussion, though. I don't support racism. I don't support like hate towards anyone for their opinions at all. I don't support that. But what I definitely don't support is somebody shitting on somebody because of their opinion. Like, or just flat out saying F you and then calling that an opinion when someone else gets mad at them for saying that. Like, F you, why'd you say that? That was horrible. Oh, why are you getting mad at me for expressing my opinion? That's not your opinion. If you just tell someone to fuck themselves or go fuck yourself or something like that, that's not an opinion. That's just being flat out hateful, and I don't think you should do that. Anyway, I'm getting way off topic here. My point in this video is that I was just really disappointed to see all this, like the media hating on Felix and everybody just throwing shit at him and being just downright spiteful and mean to him for a mistake. Again, though, I'm not dismissing the mistake. I'm not saying it's just a mistake. He fucked up. He did. He made a mistake that deserved consequences, but it does not deserve the shitstorm he's gotten. And people need to realize that he made a mistake, he's owned up for the mistake, and he's trying to be a better person. And that's what's really important. So, that's my rant for the day of this. Bowing back to the whole comment section in the Jack's video. I don't know, when I saw those comments, I didn't know what I was looking at. I thought I had clicked on the wrong video. I was like, is this the right video? Am I looking at the right, is this Jacksepticeye video? Because the comments, there were so many hateful comments. Like, it was ridiculous. I was sitting there scrolling through there for like an hour, and I just kept seeing comment after comment after calling Jack out and calling him a backstabber and that he wasn't supporting Felix. He was. He never once called Felix anti-Semite. He never once called him a Nazi. He never once said anything like that. The only thing Jack did was point out the obvious, which is that Felix kind of went too far with the joke. And that I can agree with. Felix did go a bit too far with the joke, and he agreed with that. Felix said himself, I went too far, I'm sorry. So, I just don't understand it. Like, why people did that. And then I also saw some really good things in the comments, like people supporting Jack and telling him that he was absolutely right to say what he did, which was terrific to see. So thank you guys who did comment decency and had the decency to actually look at the whole situation rather than just the one counterpart. But that's what I have to say about that. To summarize it, Felix fucked up, he apologized, is trying to get better, which is awesome. The media fucked up and blew things out of proportion. They shouldn't have done that. They should have looked at the entire thing and just wrote an actual, like, critiquing articles, a true article that says, well, I just said Felix fucked up, but he's trying to be better, which is the truth. And people in the comments need to really look at something before they just kind of start spewing hatred towards somebody. This whole thing has just been a drama fest, and to be honest, I'm just sick of it. I love Felix, he's an awesome dude. He's made some really funny content since 2016 started, I guess. And people have really been supportive of him, and then some haven't been supportive. He's made some good comment, he's made a few mistakes in some of his jokes, which again, I'm not dismissing that. At the same time, he's never really been a softie in his jokes either. He's been kind of edgy with his jokes for a while. He has honed up to it, he has realized his mistakes, he's trying to move on, and that's what matters. So, in the end, that's it. That's all I can say about this whole thing. So I hope you guys, you know, don't shit all over me now. Because that's what I feel. This is my opinion, my honest to God opinion. I hope you guys have a great night. I'm not gonna ask for, you know, I'm not gonna do my outro or anything. I barely did my intro. I just wanted to say what I had to say, and then now that's been said, I'm just gonna go relax for a bit and just process this whole thing because it's kind of ridiculous. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you. Bye.